go. Alright. It's time now to continue my run of Jeopardy for the Wii U. I believe this is my 7th game. Let me just check the statistics. This is game 7, yep, and my total is $147,400. Very much like to add on to that $147,400. Let's see if I can do it. As we get ready for game number 7 of Jeopardy for the Wii U.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex
Here's the host, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right
here we
now
go.
into
First
the
round.
Jeopardy round.
Easier answers
Clues
at
are
the
worth
top, more difficult answers at the bottom,
$200
and we have
in
these categories.
Eat well. Father
Eat
of
well.
the bride.
Father of the Bride.
IHOP.
IHOP.
F-stop.
F-stop. F in quotation
On
marks.
Broadway.
On Broadway
And women writers.
On
A
Broadway
lot
for
of clues, a
200.
lot of two snugly cute characters in Avenue Q aren't called the bad news these, but the bad idea these. It's player 1.
We're bears.
Yes.
Broadway for 400.
Player 1. Many of this Jonathan Larson musical's famous fans have gone backstage to add their names to a long graffiti wall. Yes, player 1.
What is Rent?
Good for you.
Broadway 600.
Player 1. Fantasia of American Idol played the role of Celie in The Color This. Okay, player 1.
What is Purple?
Hey, you're right.
Broadway 800.
Player 1. Spring Awakening is an alt-rock musical based on an 1891 play that Frank Wiedekind originally wrote in this language. Player 1.
What is German?
Right.
Yep. German is correct. Let's
You
switch
again.
category.
Huey Lewis, Harry Hamlin, and George Hamilton have all been tapped to play tap-dancing lawyer Billy Flynn in this musical. Okay, player 1.
What is Chicago?
That's right. Way
Got
to
it.
go.
Ran right through that
You again,
category.
player 1.
IHOP 200.
The red type of this marsupial can leap over barriers as high as 6 feet. Player 1.
What is a kangaroo?
Correct.
Yes. IHOP for 400.
Player 1. This class of animals includes frogs and toads. Here's what we wanted. The amphibians.
Amphibians. 600 IHOP.
Player 1. The hare named for this country between France and the Netherlands is actually a rabbit. Yes, player 1.
What is Belgium?
Right you are.
Got it. 800 IHOP.
Please. A grasshopper shares the billing with one of these insects in the title of an Aesop
What
fable.
is an ant?
Player 1.
IHOP for 1,000.
You again. This tiny insect pest, Pulex irritans, can leap more than 130 times its own height. The correct response
And that insect pest
is the flea.
is the flea. The flea.
We return to you, player one.
Eat well for 200.
Eat a salad with this vegetable that can be classified as butterhead, crisp head, leaf, or romaine. Okay, player
What is
one.
lettuce?
You got it.
Eat well for 400.
We return. Some of the recommended whole types of this food pyramid product are quinoa, millet, sorghum, and barley. Yes, player one.
What is grain?
Good.
Got it. Okay, eat well for 6.
Select among legumes, a good source of protein are peas and this type of seed, such as the pinto, white, or black variety. Okay, player one.
What is the bean?
Yep.
800.
You again. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
Seen here is the hobo sign, meaning that this staple of life is available ahead.
Okay, player
What
one.
is bread?
Correct.
Eat well for 1,000.
Player one. If you want to go nuts, eat this nut native to Brazil and taken to Asia by Portuguese missionaries. Let's hear it, player
What
one.
is the cashew?
Correct.
7,600.
Player one, back to you.
Alright, F stop for 2.
Proverbially, sometimes you can't see it for the trees. Okay, player one.
What is forest?
Right.
F stop for 400.
Please. These raised bars on the neck of a guitar help make the sounds of different notes.
Player
It's
2.
player two.
F bars.
No.
No, that's incorrect.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, player one.
There are fifths.
No, that's not right.
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player three.
There are frets.
Yep.
Yeah, that is right. Your selection, player.
Player three, start us.
F stop for 600.
The name of this Spanish dance form is Spanish for a type of pink bird. Yes, player one.
What is the What is fandango?
Sorry.
Oh no, that's not right.
Anyone else want to
Unless
hazard
it's
a guess on this?
flamenco.
Player two. Good.
It was flamenco.
Try it again.
Crap.
Player two, you start.
F stop for 800.
One of the principal offensive players on a soccer or hockey team. Yes, player one.
What is forward?
That's right. Way to go.
F
Player
stop
one,
1,000.
to apply nitrogen to the soil to aid plant growth. Player two.
What is fertilize? Yes.
Player two, you start us off.
Women writers, 200.
Troubled by the fugitive slave law of 1850, she wrote what became an immediate bestseller.
Player
Yes,
2.
player two.
Harriet Beecher Stowe. Right.
We return to you, player two.
Women writers for 4.
This author created the vampire Lestat, the bad boy of the blood-sucking world. Yes, player two.
Who is Anne Rice?
Yep.
Yes, that's right. It's 1,800.
Select again.
Women writers for 6. The answer there is the Daily Double.
Answer.
And you have
The Daily Double.
1,800 to put at risk.
You're in second place, so what is
400.
your wager going to be?
All right.
How much are you
Total
going to wager?
2,200
Answer
if
this.
you're right.
Not published until 2004, Suite Française is by Irene Nemirovsky, who died in this concentration camp in 1942.
What is Belzec?
That's not it.
No.
The correct response is Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. What we needed.
Player two, back to you for our
Father
next
of the Bride,
selection.
200.
This steel man who gave away $350 million gave away his daughter Margaret at her 1919 wedding. It's player one.
Who's Andrew Carnegie?
That's correct.
Father of the Bride for 400.
Where do we... On November 14th, 1973, his daughter Anne got married at Westminster Abbey, with 500 million watching on TV. It's player one.
Who's Prince Charles?
Sorry, that's...
No, wrong one.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Prince Philip.
Prince Philip. Father of the Bride,
Player
6.
one. In 2002, Ralph Steadman, who took a wild trip to this city with Hunter Thompson, went back to see his daughter wed.
I can never remember whether it's Las Vegas or Los Angeles.
Here's the correct response. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. 800.
You again. 9 weeks before he died, this Broadway lyricist got his daughter to the church on time. Let's hear it, player one.
Who's Alan J. Lerner?
Yes. Please. Days before the 1992 election, this candidate accused the GOP of trying to disrupt his daughter's wedding. Here's the correct response. Ross Perot.
Ross Perot.
We return to
Winning
you,
Raiders,
player
800.
one. It was curtains for Hercule Poirot in her 1975 mystery, Curtain. Here's the response we were looking for. Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. All right.
Let's have a
Now
look
the
at the
$1,000
$1,000
clue.
She wrote the 1970 novel Play It As It Lays and the 2011 memoir Blue Nights.
Never heard of either of those.
Let's hear it, player
Player
two.
2. Who's Gail Caldwell?
Sorry.
Wrong.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player three.
Who's Joan? That is right. And that takes us to the end of the Jeopardy round.
Okay, we have
We're going to get into double Jeopardy
third place,
right now.
which means that player two will go first in the double Jeopardy round.
I have the lead with $8,200.
Categories for the double Jeopardy round are
Alright, here come the dollar figures. And here come the categories.
astronomy,
Astronomy,
opera names,
the
the
British
invasion,
invasion,
American history.
history,
It's in the
it's
dictionary.
in the dictionary,
and
finally,
party.
party.
Player two, you start us off.
Astronomy for 4, that's what we're
In
starting.
1979, these were discovered around Jupiter. Saturn has them too.
Where are rings?
It's player one.
Astronomy for 800.
Okay, the Milky Way is classified as this type of galaxy from the way its arms sweep around. Here's the correct response. Spiral.
Spiral. Okay, astronomy for 1200, please.
This name for radio sources that are among the brightest and most distant objects in the universe was coined in 1964.
Player
It's
3.
player three.
With singularity?
Sorry, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, player one.
What is supernova?
That's not it.
No. It was quasar.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player two. Yes. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two.
Dictionary
You make
for
the next
400.
selection as we... A loud sound expressing disapproval. This New York City borough's cheer. Yes, player one.
What is Manhattan?
No.
No, that's wrong. And I'm down to
Anyone else care to try to
7,000.
come up with a correct response?
I keep doing this, and I'll see my run come to an end. I don't want that.
The correct response is Bronx.
Oh, the Bronx.
Player 2, back to you for
Dictionary
our
for
next
800.
selection. A Muslim holy war or spiritual struggle against infidels. From the Arabic. We're talking about a jihad.
Jihad.
Player 2, choose again.
Dictionary for 1,200.
A hinged plastic case designed to hold a compact disc, and usually a printed insert or liner. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Oh, what is a snap case? Or no, what is a jewel case? Good thing I changed my answer.
Player 1,
Start me for
start it.
1,600.
A list of this planet's moons, including Oberon and Titania, reads like a who's who of Shakespeare.
Oh, which planet has the moon of Titan?
Here's the response we were looking for. Uranus.
Oh, Uranus. Astronomy 2000.
Please, you can have a roaring good time watching this meteor shower that put on an historic show in 1833. It's Player 3.
What are Perseid?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Player 1?
What are Leonids?
Right you are.
Got it.
Player 1, back to
Dictionary
you.
1,600. Answer there, one of the daily doubles.
One of the daily doubles. You are in first place. Player 1, please select your wager.
1,800.
Here is your clue. This tech acronym states that the integrity of output is dependent on the integrity of input.
Oh, what is USB?
You are still in first
No.
place, though. Here's
However,
what we
I was
wanted.
smart to not risk too
Geigo.
much. Geigo. So we needed. Alright,
We return
2,000.
a dried and smoked ripe jalapeno pepper, which is dark reddish brown with a strong piquant flavor. It's Player 3. That's great.
Yes,
You're back into
that's
it
what
now.
we needed.
Player 3, you're in command of the
Party
board as we
for 400.
continue, right? Paper gifts are the traditional gifts at the party for this anniversary of a married couple. It's
What
Player
is
1.
first?
Good for you.
Party for 800.
Player 1. The British passed 1774's Intolerable Acts to punish Massachusetts for a party in its harbor. Player 1.
What is Boston?
That's right.
Yes.
Way to go.
Party for 1,200.
You again. It's the beverage that would be most appropriate at the wild, riotous bacchanalia we've got planned. Okay,
What
Player
is
1.
wine?
Correct.
Yes. Party for 1,600.
You get Oktoberfest is a 16-day party held every year in this Bavarian city. Let's hear it, Player
What
1.
is Munich?
Right.
Got it. Party for 2,000, please.
Player 1. In Mexico, a quinceañera is a girl's coming-of-age party on this birthday. Let's hear it,
What is
Player 1.
15th?
You are correct.
Yep, up to 14,400.
Player 1, back to you.
British Invasion for 4.
The first track on the Beatles' second album was a Chuck Berry song that told this composer to roll over. It's Player 3.
Who's Beethoven?
That's correct.
Got it.
Where do we begin,
Right.
Player 3?
British Invasion for 800.
And I'll hand it off to Sarah.
Brian Jones played the humble kazoo on this band's 1967 Between the Buttons album, though not on the hit Ruby Tuesday.
Player 1?
Who are the Rolling Stones?
Right.
Okay, let's
All
go
right,
to
let's get back into this.
American History
Player
4.
one. When the British approached, the Concord militia didn't know about the skirmish at this place earlier that day. Okay, player one.
What is Bunker Hill?
Sorry, that's wrong.
And 14,800.
Any other takers? The correct response is Lexington.
Lexington. Alright, St.
You
Henry.
get to the World War I sales of Liberty These, whose posters showed the statue, raised more than $15 billion. It's player two.
What are bonds?
That's
That's
correct.
right.
Player two, make a selection,
American
please,
History
as
for
we continue.
1,200.
You didn't want to make the mistake of following the South instead of the North Platte on this pioneer trail.
What is the Oregon Trail?
Yes, player one? Yep.
16 grand. American
A
History
lot of
16.
The U.S. supplied materiel to its allies during World War II through this 1941 Congressional Act. The correct response is Lend-Lease.
Lend-Lease.
Player one,
1,200
back to
British
you.
paper. Answer there, the other Daily
Answer.
Double.
The other Daily Double. And you have the lead. How much?
4,000.
Answer. The searchers told us that Madame Ruth had a pad down on 34th and Vine where she sold
What is
this.
Love Potion number 9?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go.
$20,000.
Player one. This man's pacemakers included Leslie McGuire, John Chadwick, and Freddie Marsden.
It's actually less Chet.
It's player two.
Who's Jerry Lexington? That's right. 4,000 player 2.
You're in command of the
Information
board
for
as we
2,000.
continue, right? Reg Presley not only sang lead on this Trogs hit, he played the ocarina as well. Player three.
What is House of the Rising Sun? No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Wild Thing.
Wild Thing.
Player two, back to you for
American
our
History for
next
2,000.
selection. Here's Kelly to start us off.
This World War II general's private carriage is on display at Wisconsin's National Railroad Museum.
Player three.
Who's Dwight Eisenhower? That is right. You're out of the hole.
Player three, where do we start?
Opera names for 4.
The title figure of this Puccini opera is Cho-Cho-san.
Player
Okay,
2.
player two.
What is Madame Butterfly? Yep.
Player two.
Opera
start us.
names 800.
This titled temptress of an 1875 opera works in a cigarette factory. Here's the correct response. Carmen.
Carmen.
Player two.
Opera
Back
names
to you.
for 1,200.
Amneris, daughter of Pharaoh, has an Ethiopian slave girl. Her. Here's what we were looking for. Aida.
Aida.
Player
clues
two.
left.
Back to you.
Opera names for 16.
Gilda, the daughter of this hunchback, falls in love with the licentious Duke of Mantua, with dire consequences. It's player three.
Who's Quasimodo?
Sorry, that's wrong.
Incorrect.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
So if player 3 doesn't answer this final clue correctly, she won't be.
Here's what we were looking for. Rigoletto.
Rigoletto.
Now let's take a look at
Now our
that $2,000
final clue for $2,000.
Tannhäuser and Lohengrin are knights. This title character of another Wagner opera is a pure fool. The correct response is Parsifal.
Parsifal. And that takes us to the end of Double Jeopardy. 20,000 for me, 4,400 for player 2.
Sorry, your
And
score is not on the
minus
positive
1,000.
side, so
Player
you
3 will not
enjoy
be
it.
playing Final Jeopardy with us.
Here's the final
Alright,
Jeopardy
Final
question.
Jeopardy category today.
Historic
Historic
purchases.
purchases.
You need to select your wager.
I'll go for 10,000.
Let's take a look at that
Our Final Jeopardy
clue
answer
right now.
is...
The English received this person from the Burgundians in 1431 for the sum of 10,000 francs.
I'll say who is Joan of Arc.
What did you
Player
say?
2, your question. Who is Henry V?
And
And that is
Austria.
incorrect. But you only lose 150. You drop down to 42.50.
Let's see your response.
My response. Who is Joan of Arc?
How much do you add?
And that is the correct question. So I'm going to add 10,000, bringing me up to 30,000 for
Congratulations to
today.
you.
And now for 7
So
days,
long.
$177,400. So, I'm certainly racking up the money. We'll see you next time on Jeopardy!